everybody. Welcome to A Few Inspirational Minutes. I got an email from one of my fabulous readers asking me why I don't write this little intro that we do for A Few Inspirational Minutes. Why do I make a movie about it instead? I made movies in Hollywood for years before I retired from that life to write novels. And I love writing novels, but I love to make movies too, so this is a wonderful creative outlet for me, and that's the point. It's worth repeating. I love to do it. It's a creative outlet for me, and so I make the time to do it. And that's the point of A Few Inspirational Minutes. When you have something you love to do, it's creative, it feeds your soul, you find a way to be inspired and to do it. So today we're going to spend a few inspirational minutes with one of my closest, oldest friends, Lee Lowrimore. You're going to love him. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're in Lee's cool shop behind his house, and it's my huge pleasure to introduce you to my brother. This is Lee Lowrimore.
Hi, Rich.
Hi. You can say hi to them too.
Hi, everybody.
All right, so I have known you for 27, 28 years. We've been really good friends. We've made a movie together. Lee has read every movie I've ever written. He reads every book I've ever written, you know, as they're being written, as they go out. So I know him really well. He's an inspiration to me. He's an amazing actor, writer, director, producer, live theater. He produced Regular Kids and wrote Regular Kids, which is a movie we made together. And he's an incredible furniture maker. And so we're going to start by asking a couple of questions. Is there something similar about being creative in the theater, where you build sets and direct and write and act, and being creative in your shop, where you're building these beautiful pieces?
Rich, something occurs to me. One of the first things I learned in studying theater is that poet, the word poet is from the Greek, poetos, which means maker. So anything you make is poetry. So now, I don't think of making furniture and working with wood as poetry. I think of it as seeing something in my head, taking wood and making it come to be. But
it's a pretty good thing to do.
Well, it's fun. And it started from necessity. When I started building furniture, it was because we could not find a piece of furniture to buy that fitted what we wanted, which was we got a flat screen TV.
We needed to build it.
And we wanted it to sit on a cabinet, and we couldn't find something to fit where we wanted it to go, so I said, well, why don't I just build it? Fortunately, I had a mother who always said, sure, you can do that.
That's the key. You can do that. You can do that. If you're inspired and you need to do something and you feel like you need to get out in your garden, or you need to cook, or you need to write, a lot of writers watch this, then you can do that. You can do that. What is your creative process in here? Is it the same as your creative process when you're writing, directing, acting, producing? What is the process for you?
Well, you have in mind an end result, and what's the best way to get there? In theater, it's all about how do you tell the story.
Yes.
You know, what is the story and how do you tell it? Whether you're actor, director, producer, writer, it's all about just figuring out that story and understanding that story. And understanding is the key to me for doing it. I have to understand the wood. I have to understand what I'm trying to make.
Is it step by step, like you say, well, first I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this?
Sometimes that, and sometimes you change. And I made this box because I needed a place to put my art supplies, my drawing supplies. And this box I had in mind, it would be a hinged top, and then things started to change. Well, no, this is angled here, so it's hard to get the, and this is very heavy, this top. So that's the drawing board.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And the little ledger for your paper to sit.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, it'd be hard to hinge it, and how does it stay up?
Yes.
And then I thought, well, maybe I'll hinge it that way, and then that seemed to be really clunky. So now, take a couple of pieces of wood and put right here and right here, and they will help keep this board flat. And also, when I put them in, they'll hold it right there on the box.
That makes sense.
And so things change.
So, but it was written first, at least in your mind. You kind of wrote it out, sketched it out, thought about it
Right.
first.
Always sketch it out.
So that's true with writing.
Right.
For me.
Yes.
It's true with directing. It's true with producing. It's true with when you're creating. Think it through first.
Try to understand it. You've got to understand what it is you're doing and what you want from it before you can go after it, before you can make a plan
Yes.
to make it happen. You do have to get it all very well planned out, and then you sort of have to leave your plan at the door.
Yes.
When you start the actual
Same
work.
with writing, yes.
Yeah, it's absolutely the same with writing, and completely the same as acting. You have to have done all the work, all the preparation, have in your head how you think it will go, and when you get to the shop or the rehearsal hall or the computer,
Yes.
let all that go, and whatever happens, happens.
How do you juggle, how do you balance and juggle the responsibilities of your regular life with the responsibilities and needs and desires of your soul and your creative life? I think this is the ultimate struggle for most creative people, whether they're writers or bakers or gardeners or whatever they do. How do they make the time? How do they balance those two things?
You have to book your time. I get up every morning
I agree.
and I look at my schedule, but I look at, okay, I need to have this done today. I need to get these things, and I need to get these things done today so I can do this tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
That's, there's certain things you have to do in a particular order.
Organized. The note is, the more organized you are regarding what it is you need to accomplish, both in your regular life and in your creative life, the more organized you can make that, the more effective and efficient you will be when the time comes to be creative. So I've been watching him do this now for 27 or 28 years. That's exciting for me and inspirational for me.
Likewise.
Likewise. What are you doing now? And I'm cheating because I know. What are you working on right now? Are you in a play? Are you writing anything? What are you building next? What's happening now for you?
Well, I am in a play. I am in something called The Bird's Attack, which is a scene-by-scene parody of Alfred Hitchcock's The Bird.
Yes.
And it's coarse and lewd and very, very funny. The play that I'm working on, writing,
Yes.
Mercury.
Yeah.
There is a character, Jeremy,
Yeah.
who writes plays, silly plays. He's writing a play called Nine Naked Boys.
Yeah.
The play that I'm in reminds me of something that Jeremy would write.
So, writing a play, Mercury.
Yes,
Acting in a play.
Yes.
What's that one called?
it's called The Bird's Attack.
Bird's Attack. If you're anywhere near Wilmington, you should come see my brother in this play. Okay, Bird's Attack. 2 creative things happening there.
Right.
And in the shop.
In the shop, you have, one of the things you do is you run an art center here in town.
Yes.
And you're having next fall something for carpenters.
Yes, woodwork it's called.
Yes.
It's a big community marketplace where all people who have furniture and anything to do with wood They come to Brooklyn Arts Center and we put on this big community show where people come buy the stuff, local vendors sell the stuff, we have food trucks, we play cool tunes, my bar is open, it's really fun. Yes, we're doing that, and?
I want to do things like some of the boxes, and I have the small things that I make. Trays, boxes,
Yes.
cutting boards. Even I just made a drop leaf table for someone. Just delivered it last week.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I had some wood left over. I'll make some small drop leaf tables.
Yeah, yes, I think that's awesome. That's a lot of creativity coming right at him, right at you. And the only way that he can do that, I think, if I may be so bold, is to think it through out of necessity, out of what he wants to accomplish is where the inspiration comes from. What Lee wants to do is what inspires him. And then he gets all organized, what I have to do when in order to make that happen, and then it's a function of doing it, of actually going in and doing it. Is that true? Do you think that's true?
Sure, except that my life feels like chaos about 95% of the time.
There's nothing wrong with chaos. I actually like chaos.
Chaos is all right.
Chaos is all right. All right, so that's a few inspirational minutes with my brother Lee Lowrimore. Thanks for being here. We'll get another one next month, okay? Thanks, you're all awesome. Go do it. Go do it.
As he says to me, just right.